Hello, everyone. Welcome to Warren Hooch. You're here with Kay Bly of the Fifth Wall, Jade Astral of the Fifth Wall, and Desiree of Tempered Drinks. Tonight, we will be discussing summer horror movie recommendations to get us through these hot, very hot months, especially in Georgia and Florida. It's always nice to have something to watch while you're staying inside of some good air conditioning.
Right.
Desiree, you want to go ahead and tell us the drink and the ingredients?
So while you staying in that AC, you need a little bit of breeze. And this drink is called the breeze. It is a fruity drink. It's got a coconut rum. I'm using Malibu tonight. You also need some triple sec. Any brand will do. I have here 99 bananas. It is a banana liqueur. This particular one is 99 proof. That's why I have it. You can use any banana liqueur. A little pineapple juice and some sweet and sour, which I didn't make my own today. I was being lazy. This is Rose's brand. So those are the ingredients for tonight.
And we will get ready to fix that drink in just a second. I was excited when she said banana flavored liquor. I just was like, that sounds wonderful. I've never had that before.
Look at you getting all excited.
So we are going to discuss some of our favorite picks from different streaming networks like Netflix and Hulu, premium networks like HBO, Stars, and some movies that we've seen in the theaters that are horror. Just to kind of give you guys something to, get you through while you're staying out. Some of us are out on summer vacation. Some of us just don't want to be out in the heat, but we got your horror movie reviews and recommendations. A few of them. So make you a list. So you will know things that you can watch that are horror that'll get you through this summer until we get around to fall and Halloween time. So before we start popping off reviewing movies, let's get this drink.
All right. So we're going to start this drink. Let me grab my glass and my ice. Now, I don't know how many of you have had a hurricane. Y'all know what a hurricane glass is. You can put anything in a hurricane glass. Anything fruity, I feel like it go in a cute little hurricane glass, but you don't have to have one. That's just what I use today. So you're gonna start this with 1 ounce of your coconut rum, which, like I said, is Malibu. I am measuring today. I'm counting out. I might got more than an ounce. You're gonna need a half ounce of your triple sec. Half ounce of your banana liqueur. This a double shot, so we don't need not all of this. Enough of this. And then you're gonna top that. You know what? Let me shake that a little bit. Top that with your pineapple juice, and I'm sorry, don't forget you need a half ounce of sweet and sour. Let me be making drinks wrong for you. Top that with your pineapple juice. It's got such a pretty color. Yes. And that is your breeze. It's a nice bright yellow. Smell like the Caribbean or something.
Oh yeah.
Take a little sip of that. Oh, it is really good. That banana liqueur on point.
Desiree, you want to know a little extra thing I did, girl?
What you do?
I put a pineapple in there. And then I actually crushed my ice in the blender.
So pineapple is the actual garnish for this, y'all. Thank you so much for saying that, Mitra. But I was slipping. I went to the store and forgot my pineapple. You want to make it real cute, you put your little pineapple on the side, or you can do like Mitra say, crush that thing up in your ice, because I did use crushed ice. All those flavors together. That banana's hitting up.
Yes, it is. I like this.
I like bananas.
This good summer drink. Yes.
It's definitely a good summer drink.
So let's see. Let's start with Netflix picks. Okay, we'll do Hulu first. Let's start with Hulu. So go ahead and toss out some of the Hulu movies.
Okay, So I know everyone is big on Netflix. I'm not trying to do a rivalry because I love Hulu and Netflix, but Hulu has out this thing called Into the Dark. And so they're releasing up to 12 horror, like short movies, and some of them are pretty long, about an hour or so. And they've already released about four of them. One of them is called Treehouse, and it's about this guy who becomes a famous chef. And like back in the day in his childhood, I believe he did something wrong. I'm not gonna say what he did. He did something wrong, and so these witches come after him for revenge.
Hmm.
Then there is another one called, excuse my language, but I'm just fucking with you. And this is my favorite. This is my favorite one. It's about this guy who's actually an internet troll, and he's getting trolled. But it's really like it's horror because the guy is really,
I saw that premiere. I did see the premiere for
yeah,
that one.
that one is funny, and it's really like it keeps you on the edge of your seat. Um, the next one is All That We Destroy, and that one came out around about Mother's Day, and it's about this scientist where she is able to clone her son's victim. He was a murderer. He killed this girl, and so she would clone the victim over and over to kind of like try to cure him.
Girl, I'm sorry. I know my face said a whole lot because I'm like, Mama, what the hell?
Yeah, and so the clone is like actually like clicking in and realizing what is going on. Like she's picking up these little breadcrumbs along the way. So that was kind of exciting as well. And then the last one they came out with was called They Come Knocking, and it came out Father's Day weekend.
Hmm.
And it was about this family. They lost their mother, so they was going back to one of their favorite vacation spots, and they were being haunted by like these children ghosts. So it was kind of creepy.
Yeah, I don't want no
So
kids.
Hulu been on it.
I might need to get Hulu and stop playing because those sound like some movies that I kind of want to watch.
But there was that other one she told me too that was on Hulu that I actually ended up watching and couldn't take it. What the
Puka,
movie? Yes, Puka.
Did
Puka.
you
Yeah,
see?
that was my next one. It's really deep though. Like, yeah, it's about this dude that dressed up in this big old like bear thing that's doing these moves, kind of like Teletubbies or whatever.
What?
But but in the end, he's actually dead and he's in limbo and he has to figure out pieces of his life before he's able to actually cross over.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's really what's going on. But you have to be able to get past the beginning because if you don't, you're like, what the heck? He's that desperate. He's just doing whatever this guy's telling him to do in this suit. Like, stick your hands out, stick them up, turn around, drop it down. Like, but it's pretty good though when you get past all of that because then it gets kind of deep. Yeah,
Y'all need to let me know when Hulu have a free trial.
Oh
they
dang.
do.
For real?
They have one now. Like they
Oh, I'm
always
Okay.
have a free.
Okay, I need to look for that because I need to watch some of these movies because I just have Netflix and I've been watching a lot of horror movies on Netflix. The one that I watched recently was called Mercy Black. It kind of started off as your typical boogeyman type story. Like there's this monster that's like haunting people. Um, and like the main character, she ended up being in a psych ward because of what happened when she was little because of this so-called Mercy Black monster. And when she finally got out, it kind of tricked you into like, is Mercy Black real or is Mercy Black
oh like
Mhm.
a
somebody,
vacation.
a person? So
Oh.
I ain't gonna give away the ending because the ending shocked me. Because I was just like thinking this movie is pretty basic up until like what happened at the end,
Yeah,
and
they
then I
did
was
they
shocked.
second.
What else have I seen? Um, The
Oh, you know what
Silence.
that reminds me of?
Hmm.
When you talk about the boogeyman, have you all seen the Babadook?
Yes,
Oh, I seen the
yes,
Babadook.
yes. That was really creepy.
But I like all that lore, like the voodoo lore about the Babadook and all of that. I love all of those stories. Like that was
Yeah.
one thing I liked about American Horror Story when they threw that in. I was like, yes,
Yeah.
But
details.
why would they keep reading the book though? Close the book. Close the book.
You know,
But not just.
curiosity.
I think
That's
that
what,
she adopted some of her son's fears, though. Like they kind of gave it life. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I just don't I feel like they could have just shut that whole thing down and just stopped reading the book. Y'all just kept reading it and just making him just like a thing. And the thing that got me at the end is that he was still there. Like it didn't go away. You know, he was just,
Babadook.
down there, just weird.
This is just weird.
Babadook.
um, if you've seen A Quiet Place, I feel like the movie The Silence could have been a prequel to A Quiet Place.
Agree.
Do
Yeah.
I want to watch it then?
But I feel like it might have been a little bit better than A Quiet Place because it
Okay.
kind of took you at the start of these creatures and why you had to be quiet. So it took you like at the very beginning when all hell broke loose.
Okay.
But yeah, so you probably a little bit better because it's they got a little bit more going on. But I just really feel like it's the prequel to A Quiet Place. And they just called it The Silence because it literally was
It's
the
some,
same concept, except for
it's some
the
writers
monster
somewhere that just
wasn't
love
like
to
the
set
big
stuff up.
aliens. Yeah, it was like these little bitty creatures with like wings. I don't
That was
know.
vicious. That was deadly.
Yeah, they were just like the things from A Quiet Place. Like if you made noise, they would come and attack you, but it would be like a swarm of them.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
I ain't
I
watched
mean, they probably should have just called it A Quiet Place prequel. The
before the
beginning,
Quiet Place.
I don't know, something like that. Um, then we have Thriller, which this movie was an all black cast, and it put in a lot of socioeconomic issues and political constructs within it because I mean, you know us, our cultural issues are enveloped in everything that we do. So even within a horror movie, we still have issues with ethnicity. So that was kind of like wrapped in there and it did seem kind of basic. I thought the acting could have been better, but they did have a
They
plot
were
twist at the end.
babies,
I
you
did like the
know.
plot twist.
It was good for what it was because it was. I give it that for a B movie. It was very good.
Mm.
I like the way they did tie in everything, and
Mhm.
at the same time for that age group, it's
Yeah.
like they actually kind of catered to them. Like that would be scary, you know. Because what creeped me out is the fact that I don't even want to tell it. I want to
Yeah.
talk about it,
Don't
but I
tell
don't
it.
want to tell it.
We want them to
There
watch.
was Yeah, there's this thing in this movie that made me laugh that threw me off. So there's this
Which
rapper
one was it?
or
The
singer
song?
in this movie. He's like the famous that like the celebrity of the movie, and he
Hot
has this
song
one.
though.
He
It was
has
it
this
was
song.
a thought song.
This song that they keep singing and playing throughout the movie, and it was stuck in my head afterwards. I'm glad it's not. I don't even want to sing it no more. But they have like this ratchet song that's in the movie.
I know I love Ratchet. I might need to go watch this now.
You do need to watch it, like for real, because there's actually like some rap legends in the movie.
Yeah.
Really? So I got to do
So
better, y'all. For those of you who don't know, I am working a new job that takes my life away and my very soul. So I don't get to binge these movies very often. So that's why they talk about stuff, and I'm sitting over here like y'all, like, oh, is that good? Because yeah, ain't much binging going on right here.
well, I mean, the weekends is when I go hard. Like I am up watching from the time I get up, cleaning up. Then I might leave the house for an hour or two and come back. So Hey,
See, I have to kind of watch like during my homework. So I'm like trying to do homework and watch at the same
And watch.
time. So I have to like choose wisely. Um, there's this other one on Netflix. It's called He's Out There. Don't watch it unless you want to see stupid people do stupid things the whole movie.
I
It
can't do
actually
it.
had a
But
It's
we gonna
like
put it on
I'm
the list though.
the whole time I get a headache. Like, why?
just
That's me the whole time watching those type of
just
movies.
stupid. Like first mistake, this family goes on vacation and they have a house in the woods. What they do first, the dad drops the wife and the kids off and then leaves. First dumb mistake.
Why
They're
did
in
he
a
do that
I
though?
have
Where
no
did he
idea.
go?
I don't even know where he
So
went.
was he the
Oh, that's real bad. They don't need to tell you like it's an emergency. I gotta go.
I gotta
Then
go to my second family.
they have no dog and no gun.
She said no, no.
Cause
Well,
ain't
see,
no
And
way
then
you
that
know,
cat though, you know the cat be warning you.
no, the dogs warn you. If you out in the woods somewhere, I need the dog to be on alert in case some things is happening around and outside. They go out there with no dog and no gun. And then the two little girls wander off into the woods and eating cupcakes that's just randomly placed in the woods.
Oh
and
no.
I'm so grill.
And
We
the
don't
and the killer shows no mercy. Okay, no mercy.
women
So
and
I
children.
mean it was gruesome now. Like they didn't spare you on the gore, but I just feel like the main characters they had no survival skills.
But
Just
what if
none.
they were trying to give you the angle of like the slasher movies back in the 80s that were like that? You know what I mean? Like you're just looking at them like, oh my gosh, why are you going in the barn when you hear somebody's getting killed? Like, so
That's
maybe they were
exactly.
trying to take it back.
That that one girl that's running and trip over that pebble every
She got,
time.
but she can't take it
Well,
because they
well
saw
that
it all her bosom, and so
this
she
is
just.
yes, this movie broke all the rules. Okay, it broke all the rules. So if you want to see somebody break all the horror movie survival rules, watch, watch He's Out There and get mad if you need a reason to get mad. But yeah, we got
Let
me
me write
upset
that
just
one
thinking
down.
about it
Let me
all over
slide.
again. But streaming networks. Jade Astral thought of a good one that was on HBO.
Oh, okay, before we get to that, I forgot one big one that's still on Hulu, Castle Rock.
Really?
Y'all, nobody's seen it? But
I scrolled past it. I
girl,
scrolled past it.
you need to watch Stephen King's masterpiece.
Mm.
Is it Stephen?
Okay, I'm not gonna say, huh?
I scrolled past it thinking it was something corny. It's Stephen King.
Stephen King and J.J. Abrams. I mean Adams, whatever his last name
Abrams.
is.
Oh wow. Okay, I bet
Abrams.
it is good. Okay, so I'm gonna sign up for this Hulu free trial, and so I can binge watch all this stuff.
They
Right.
got together and did Castle Rock, and I'm just not gonna go into too much detail, but you need to watch.
That's all I need. That's all I needed to know was whose show it was. That was good enough for
And the
me.
fact that he brought in some of Stephen King brought in like a couple of his main actress and actors that he would use in some of his
Always work
movies,
with. Okay, okay.
like
Mm,
Mary Elizabeth from Carrie and It. You know, also known as Sissy, like she's in this.
mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I backtrack for that one.
Yeah.
definitely hit that up.
But yes, what is the movie on? I mean, not the show on HBO.
Oh,
Oh,
so
Lovely Spookies.
I seen it, but I haven't started watching it yet.
So, Lost is Spookies. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
It originated Spanish show, but I think they've converted it now. I watched the first episode in Spanish. It started out like you finna watch a comedy, but it does get creepy.
It's on HBO.
It's on HBO. It's a series.
Okay. Hmm.
It actually looks pretty good. Like these people are inventing horror for people who enjoy it. So like you're coming to this house and they're telling you it's a scary house, but the real deal is these people who run the house are creating the effects and stuff, but then it ends up actually having ghosts and monsters and things going on that the people didn't expect. So it's pretty decent so far.
Okay, well, I'm gonna watch that one because I passed that like, oh, that's gonna be corny.
It is corny funny, but it is decent.
Okay.
Y'all know I like to watch stuff in Spanish though, so yeah.
I'm gonna watch it in Spanish because I always feel as though you need to watch it in its original form.
Like
So
Telemundo.
yes, and also like what you call it, that show we was watching, The Witch.
Oh yeah, Bruja. Siempre Bruja.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was
Always
bad
be.
in English.
So I was watching this show called Room 104 on HBO. And so it's about this hotel room and they record like things that happen in this room, like crazy things. So it's kind of like a mixture of Twilight Zone with like some comedy, with Tales from the Crypt, like, and its own like weirdness at the same time. Like, I don't know, you have to go watch it. It's called Room 104.
I was gonna start watching that. I did see that.
Yeah, like one of my favorite ones is about the dude from Candyman. Ooh,
Tony Todd.
Right. She
yeah.
talking about oops.
That's once.
Okay,
Why do we
well,
always do this? Why do we always do this?
And she be the one disappearing too. Get snatched up.
um, he's in one of them, and it's about like a cult, and they're trying to get people to transcend into like this new being, and it ends up backfiring on one of the like missionary leaders that he didn't expect. Like he was tapping into this woman's like third eye, and it backfired on him. And it was kind of creepy, but funny at the same time.
So I need to
So
get past Chernobyl so I can start watching Room 104, you said?
yeah,
Are
Room
you watching
104.
Chernobyl? How is it?
I'm on the last episode, which I would count because Chernobyl to me is science fiction.
Right.
Especially being that I feel like this is like the show is a prequel to the movie that was a horror movie called Chernobyl Diaries. The show Chernobyl is like taking you back to how the nuclear power plant blew up in the first place.
Yeah.
And I find it quite interesting. I guess maybe because I'm like a science junkie and I like to know how this happened. And then it like connects the dots, being that I did watch Chernobyl Diaries when it came out. And it's like, oh, it makes sense. And apparently this happened, the power plant exploded in like the 80s. And
Yeah.
even the movie that took place in the 2000s, you still can't live there. Nobody can
You still
live
can't
in
live it.
Chernobyl.
Well, I lie. There are very small areas now that they have people living in. I was just reading an article about that. Like they're just now getting wildlife to naturally flourish in that area. And they were talking about like the different mutations and type of creatures that are coming back into this area. How long it took for them to get there.
It's because the radioactive chemicals. So I'm like, that's kind of like interesting to me, especially knowing that those radioactive chemicals and toxins that's still in the air, and they don't even really know how far it's spread out
Right.
because they waited a while before they even told people, and how that messes with your DNA afterwards. And then that's how we ended up with Chernobyl Diaries. So
Reminder like the hills have eyes. It's somebody running around there all messed up and we don't know nothing about them.
right.
One part that kind of freaked me out though is when the lady was pregnant. She didn't have any type of symptoms, but her child did.
Yeah, they said the baby had just absorbed all the radioactive chemicals and it didn't even survive because they told her stupid ass not to go in there.
Yeah, they did, but the thing is, what I'm trying to get at is how was she immune from it? How did it bypass her and go straight to the child? Like,
I guess maybe she's an adult. Her immune system was a little bit stronger, but with that baby being in there, they ain't had no kind of defense system built up.
And she didn't think nothing was wrong. She kept going in there. Her husband looked like he was melting, as
He was
is.
like
His
tucked up real
skin was
bad.
falling all off and burning. And she still kept going in there talking to him, and they said, "Don't come around him, don't touch him." And look what ended up happening. She didn't. That's what happens when you don't listen.
Like what I got from that, like her lesson, like she's sitting there trying to get like the last pieces of her decomposing husband when she could have had him forever, like with her child. She could have had that piece of him with her child, but you sitting here just like having to have that immediate gratification, which I know that probably hurt, like not being able to, caress your loved one while they're going through that transition. But at the same time, when I was talking to my husband about it, he was like, I would probably throw something at you, try to fight you because I wouldn't want you to
Because
even
I don't
come
want you
in
at
the
risk.
room.
Yeah.
Like you need to be outside the room, especially with me knowing you pregnant. I would have known you were pregnant.
And she told the man and just still kept standing there in his face, like, "Girl, go somewhere."
I mean, grabbing the stomach and everything, just a sneaking in.
Think about it. This man laying there looking like Freddy Krueger, and she's standing right next to him. All his radioactive chemicals just dripping everywhere, and she's just there.
I'm gonna be on the other side of the glass talking about, I love you.
Nope, she didn't want to do that. She didn't want to listen, and that's why she paid the price. But yes, I'm going to. Yeah, I gotta watch Room 104 after I finish Chernobyl. Is there any more on like premium networks?
Yeah, like you remember when we kind of brushed over Charmed, the reboot?
The reboot?
So I actually was like, you know what? Just like with people's character, you can't just go by what people say about something they watch. Because that's their perspective. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and watch Charmed all the way through. And I liked it.
I think I watched about 3 episodes.
I watched all 22.
I'm salty, so I ain't even pick it up. Not even based on what other folks said, but like, why? Why are we going here again? So I was salty.
It was all people of different ethnicities that were not just Caucasian. That kept me watching it. Like, you had a half demon human boy, and then you had a Hispanic family that found out that they were also half black, and then they mixed in a different, like, not just showing, I hope I'm not pronouncing this right, but like, no, I'm not even gonna call it out because I don't want to disrespect, but certain religions on both sides of the different cultures that their ancestors would practice, that they continue to practice, they kind of like mingled all those things together.
They tried
to show how
cultural than the first version.
Yes.
It was just more diverse. And more in the new millennium because they got to add in their smartphones and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You got to put
well,
your
old
cake
girl
in there.
had her smartphone in the first one. What the little blonde hair girl that showed up?
She had her little Nokia.
Yeah. She was like, "Watch out, scrying with some stones, so I got a phone." I remember.
You know what? I had an auntie, Lord bless her soul, Aunt Mel Lois. She watched every episode like she was a true fan. That's what got me onto Charmed. Like, she was a true fan. Like, she recorded every episode. And back then, you had to know when things came on, and you had to have a VHS tape that was kind of blank.
So
you could record over something.
That's it.
One got what you need, baby. So, like, I would watch those episodes with her when I had the chance, and if I couldn't, I would go back and, like, watch what I missed. So, that's what got me into Charmed, and then when they had the reboot and I saw the fact that it was more diverse, yeah, I was excited about that.
Okay, so I'll go back and catch
Give it a chance.
I think I got like 3 episodes in. I'll go back and and catch
I'm gonna
some
go
more.
ahead and try. I mean, Cole ain't on there, and Cole was my soulmate, but I'm gonna go on and try. But I'm gonna miss
But you know
Balthazar.
what? They got a black coal.
Oh yeah, let me find
Kind
out.
of, sort of. Kind
um, so since I don't get out much,
I don't get out much.
That's great. What
Jade and
is this
Desiree
drink?
have been hitting up the movie theaters, getting these horror movies in. So I would like to hear their reviews on the movies that they've been watching this summer, so I can know if I need to invest my time.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm gonna. Oh, you wanna go first?
No, you go first. I'm enjoying this drink, girl. You done did something. Something.
It's almost gone. So I went to the movies on Sunday because Sunday is my day that my job doesn't suck my life away, and it's something that I try to do with Boo once a week. And we went to see the Chucky reboot. I'm sorry, the Child's Play reboot.
How
Um,
is
so I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. I was really skeptical because I was like, how we gonna play this off? But I had not read like any of the information about how they were gonna do it before I went to the theater because I didn't want it to throw me. So I did not know that they changed the concept of how the doll was possessed because it's not
So
possessed.
it
It's
wasn't
actually
Charles Lee Ray?
no. Charles Lee Ray is not in this storyline, but you don't miss him.
Oh.
I promise you don't miss him. Um, because I mean, how many movies did we do with Charles Lee Ray? He got to go. He got to die.
I know, but I just love the fact like how he was gonna. Never mind. Never. I
But
fell in love with
this one is actually AI. So the new Chucky doll is a
Spoiler
lifelike
alert.
doll like always, but he's a robot and he like the Alexa of this generation. You can say, Chucky, turn on my thermostat. Chucky, turn off my lights. Turn on the computer. Like he do all of that. And he's supposed to be able to learn you and your household. So like anticipate your needs. So that was a switch up to bring it into the new age. And I actually did like it because it's more of a relatable fear for us. Like, how many times you gotta think about like, nah, Alexa listening, Google listening, somebody listening, you know.
So
girl.
he's like a little android.
He's like a little
Because I
Android,
know
and he
he's not
connects to your phone.
your phone.
You got a little app. You can control him with the app, and he like your kid, but he's still your kid's best friend. So that's the weird part of it, cause he's a droid robot, but he your kid's best friend. And they done changed the song in this movie, and this song is creepy, y'all. Like I don't like it. You, my
Like
friend, to the
how?
end was a decent catchphrase. I don't know why they had to do something else, but I don't like this new song they singing.
What they?
But it ended up being good. It ended
I
up actually
heard
being
that
good.
it was. I keep hearing that it's worth the watch.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I thought I was gonna hate it. Cause Chucky was the thing of my nightmares, but I liked it. The actors were pretty decent. My boy is in there from Atlanta. He played Paperboy.
Mm-hmm.
He's in there. I like his character. He don't get enough screen time for me. Like he not a major role, but he a major role.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Kind of
He
like
not a major role.
Bird Box. What was his name? The comedian.
Oh, Laurel,
Yeah, like he was a major role, but he
but
had
not
like
yeah, something
Mm.
like that.
yeah. Okay.
But it was worth watching. Go check it out. I ain't gonna give y'all the movie because it just came out, but go watch it.
All right. Well, the only thing most recent that I've watched was with my mom when we went to go watch Pet Cemetery. Because I know we already talked about Us. So like that's the
Oh, you went to
other.
see Ma?
I thought you had something. Did you see mine?
Oh yeah, I did go see Mom. Dang, I forgot about that. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way.
You watch too many movies. That's all that is.
I watch so much stuff. Like I be trying to digest because I really like the art form in it. But anyway, so Ma, I really like Ma because it was a twist on being like the only in a situation where she tried to be part of the group. So, for example, if you do go to a more predominantly white school and you're the only person of color, you're trying to be a part. So like something happened to her in her childhood where they kind of bullied her and it was really bad. I'm not gonna say what it is. I'm not gonna spoil it. So Ma is getting revenge,
That's
and
what I figured.
these are children of the people that she went to high school with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say this: there are some funny parts in the movie that you have to pay attention to. I
Don't make
really
sense
like,
alone.
yeah, I really like how she played this role. Um, get to see her in a different light. Like a lot of people, you know how some people go to movies and they're like, oh man, they don't really see the depth of the movie, they just see the surface. You really have to like pay attention to some things. Like it kind of reminds me of Mystery, not Mystery, but Misery with a twist.
Oh, I
Hmm.
love Misery.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of reminds me of because of the fact of how she's kind of stalker like with this whole situation. She's so obsessed with getting that revenge that she's stalkerish. So you
Okay.
should see more. Like
I
when it
do.
comes
I
out.
do want to see that. I can't wait till that one
I don't know
comes out.
how I missed.
Yeah, I do. I want to see that, and I want to see Chucky so bad.
When does It Part 2 come out? Is it
I
September?
I feel like it's either gonna come out late summer or early fall. So I cannot wait to see. I wonder if it's because being that the cast is going to be older, if the movie is going to be even more creepy. Because I think that part one was creepy and it was like with kids, so I can't even imagine what they're going to do with the adults in the movie.
Oh, it's gonna be
They
turned up a notch. That's why I'm excited.
they playing the previews because when I went to see Child's Play, it's the same producer
Mm.
and they're playing the preview. So I didn't know that's what I was even looking at first. And it was like this creepy old lady running around this house, like in the shadows and shit, and she didn't have no clothes on. It's something. It's gonna be something. Cause I was looking at the preview like, what is going on?
Like they're doing like what I got from it. They're still keeping to the original because you
Mm.
know when the girl went back to her old home, the old lady
Mm-hmm.
was living. But it really wasn't the old lady, it was Pennywise. And
And that's
so,
what the preview is.
yeah,
That's
they
what the
went back
preview
to
is.
that where, what's her name? Something Marsh. What's her name? Ugh, I feel so, man, it's this drink. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's something in the kitchen.
Ooh, y'all gonna be watching these horror movies and sipping this breeze.
And be floating on the breeze. You hear me? Like, my brain just went like, nah.
It's good though. You don't taste the alcohol, so if you're one of them people that'll let something sneak up on you, don't do it to yourself. It sneak up on you. Don't do it.
Tastes so good. And then I put that pineapple in there. I think I did that. I shouldn't have.
You know that
I
that
just
fruit soak
want to
up
go
that
ahead and
liquor.
let everybody know. I don't know if you guys have seen the previews, but BH1 has decided to take part in the Scream franchise. I want to say it comes out maybe around July 8th, somewhere in the beginning of July, but we're going to live tweet during that because I think Queen Latifah produced it, Mary J. Blige is in the movie, Tyga's in the movie, Kiki Palmer's in the movie. It's a little bit
Complicit.
diverse. I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, if you're
I'm
on Twitter,
complicit.
I'm going to have to live tweet during this movie because I feel like I'm going to be laughing, especially being a fan of the Scream franchise. Anyway, I have to watch it. So, anybody who's gonna be watching Scream, the new Scream on VH1, please get on Twitter that day because we are going to live tweet so that you can get our reactions right then and there in the moment.
I might even
Um,
give you a video of me looking crazy at this screen because my face is in
exactly.
everything.
We will give
Oh,
you our Twitter handles and everything. So make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, and Instagram, The Fifth Wall, Temper Drinks. The Fifth Column is on Facebook and Instagram. We have the Fifth Wall on Twitter. Like I said, we have
Horror and Hooch.
a Horror and Hooch group on Facebook now. Please follow us. We're just posting, going in on different horror stuff in that group. It's so fun in there.
And I'll try to give you guys my full Child's Play review in there soon.
Yes, come on in and join Horror and Hooch. It's a public group. It's on Facebook. Come on in. Yes, come on into this group. And we'll put in there our Twitter handles for when that Scream movie comes out. Our next topic is going to be Stranger Things, because y'all know the new season comes out next week. We are going to be on it. That's probably what I'm going to be doing on 4th of July, because I really don't celebrate it. I will be in the house binge watching Stranger Things.
I'm still American. So even though I still celebrate July the 4th because I am an American, but I celebrate Juneteenth.
Well, see, I got my little flag here.
I celebrated for the barbecue.
I know. Look, I still got my little flag and everything, you know. But I will be celebrating by watching Stranger Things so that we can make sure we get all the episodes in, so we can have a thorough review for you guys in 2 weeks. That gives you guys plenty of time to watch all of the episodes. So we have 2 weeks to catch up on Stranger Things, because we're going to give you all the spoiler alerts. I hope you guys will watch some of these movies we suggested, because I know you are wondering like what to watch, what's going to keep me busy, what's good on Netflix, what's good on Hulu. Well, we just kind of gave it to you. Follow us on those social media. Join Horror and Hooch on Facebook. And 2 weeks, we will see you guys with Stranger Things.
And more drink.
Yes, and another wonderful drink. Bye.